You are not valuable based off your deeds, based off what you do, based off what you accomplished. You are valuable. You are important. You are worthy. You are deserving because of just who you are. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's your girl Kalina, and today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage habit of people pleasing. Okay, and we're going to be talking about how people pleasing kind of is a self-sabotaging habit, how it self-sabotages us. Okay, and how it's a habit of codependency. Right. So, what is people pleasing? People pleasing is the act of looking to make other people happy. Honestly, it's in the title, people pleasing. You're a pleaser of people, pleaser of men. You're like the yes man. You're going to do whatever someone asks you to do. You're going to do what people expect of you. You're not really going to ever give pushback. If somebody asks you to go jump off a building, you're probably going to go jump off the building. Now, is it going to be that extreme? Probably not, but it could be, depending how much of a people pleaser you are, right? And so people pleaser is very dangerous, right? It's dangerous for a lot of reasons. One, it's dangerous because you will never please people. You're never going to be everybody's cup of tea, point blank, period. You'll never be everybody's cup of tea. And people are going to have problems with you. People are not going to like you. They're probably not going to like you because how you smile, because how your eyes look that way sometimes, or how both of your eyes look inward. Sometimes you look cross-eyed. Sometimes people probably going to not like you because you walk with a sway, or you walk with a dip, with a lip, whatever this case may be. They're just not going to like you. And it's probably not even going to be anything that you've done. It's just going to be because of them, because of their own, maybe their own jealousy, their own envy, their own personal preferences. They're just not going to like you, right? Their own beliefs. They're just not going to like you. They're not going to want to deal with you. The same way Jesus came into this earth and people didn't like him, guess what? We're no better than Jesus. Just like they didn't like him, they're probably not going to like us, right? So it's just impossible to kind of avoid people not liking us. It's an unattainable goal to think you're going to make it through this world, this earth, and everybody's going to like you. It's not true. Somebody don't like me right now because how I smiled on this video. People probably don't like me now because I can't get the lighting right on this video. Right? So somebody going to skip past this video, but I'm not an expert when it comes to videos and video editing, right? I can just speak. So, right, like people just going to find a reason to be upset, right? Okay. And so it's a waste of time. All right. Next is people pleasing is a form of low self-worth, right? Low self-esteem. It's external validation, a need for external validation. So you're doing it because you need people to give you worth. You need people to validate you. You need people to tell you that you're a good person, or you're a wonderful person, or that you're a person that does great work. You need it. You need the accolades. You need the approval. You need the validation. You need it. You thrive off it because without it, you don't have internal validation. Okay. And some of us, you just do it because you're used to it. You're the caregiver. You're the person that never can say no. You're the person that always have to show up for other people. You always have to put yourself last. You're unimportant. You're the person that must always burn out and drain yourself in order to be there for everybody else. And that's not true either. Because sometimes that is called enabling. Sometimes you're enabling other people's behaviors. Sometimes you're doing things for people and you shouldn't be doing it because they're not able to grow as a human, grow as a person, because they always can depend on you. If your kids can always depend on you to clean their room, guess what? Do you think they're going to grow up and be adults who clean their room? Probably not. Probably not. You have to let them learn to clean their room. You have to learn to let them be responsible for things that you know that they're probably going to be responsible for when they get older. If not, you just enable them to depend on you. to not fully grow and develop, right? You want to raise young men who are able to make decisions, who are leaders of their homes, who are going to be hard workers. And guess what? You have to teach them those tools when they're young. You have to say, hey, wake up, go rake those leaves. Hey, learn to fix your bed. Hey, make a decision. You got the red shirt, the blue shirt. Which one are you going to wear today? Teach them, give them autonomy to teach them how to make decisions for themselves. Okay? The same way, like in any situation, if you want somebody to learn to do something on their own, you have to give them the information, teach them how to do it, and allow them. Okay? Right? The Bible's saying, right? It's better to teach a man how to fish than it is to go and get the fish for them. Right? That is so much better. Because now that they know how to fish, guess what they're going to do? They're going to fish and they're going to get a lot more fish and they're going to know how to do it for themselves. They don't have to be dependent. If something happens to you, you die or something goes wrong, they can do it on their own. Okay? So people pleasing comes from a low self-esteem, comes from low self-esteem. It comes from low self-worth. Okay? It comes from a person needing validation from other people. And when you're a people pleaser, it can impact your relationship with God because God tells us, do not be a pleaser of men, be a pleaser of God, right? Because God even knows it's an unattainable goal to be a pleaser of people. Again, if Jesus couldn't do it, why do we think we're gonna do it? We're not. Being a people pleaser can put you and set you on a road, a path to trying to prove your worth, trying to prove yourself, striving for this unattainable goal to prove your worth. Well, watch this. I'm going to be the best rapper. I'm going to be the best worker. I'm going to have the biggest this and the biggest that. And I'm going to be famous and I'm going to help everybody and I'm going to be great and I'm going to be perfect and I'm going to do all these things. And then you get up there and you realize you still got people who don't like you. You still got haters, right? You still got people who are critical of you, whether it's constructive criticism or unhealthy criticism. You're still going to have some type of backlash, right? It's impossible to do. So why waste our life, our energy, our time trying to achieve something that's unattainable? Why try to be a people pleaser when it leads nowhere? To nothing. Just probably to more drained, more tired, more exhausted, more depressed, just more resentment and hurt because you're doing all this stuff and saying yes to all these people and now you're angry at them and you're angry at yourself for allowing yourself to do this. And now you're probably telling yourself, nobody cares as much as I care. No one does as much as I do. And I'm tired of it. But guess what? You could have said no. You could have said, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm too tired. My cup is not full. It's run over. I need to refill. I need to recharge. I need to plug into my source of energy. I can't. No. But because you couldn't do that, now you have all these unnecessary problems and emotions. Stress is a killer. It truly is. Stress can lead to belly fat. It can lead to gut issues. It can lead to so much stress in the body. It can lead to just dysfunction of how your body operates, how you show up to people. It can shorten the years of your life because you are living a life pleasing people, something you can never do. Okay? So I challenge you. Because I can't just tell you, stop being a people pleaser, right? Because there's a root issue underneath why you're people pleasing, why you're the yes man, why you're so focused on making other people's happy. There's a root issue there. And we have to deal with the root issue before we can just say, don't be a people pleaser, right? So I want you to get in the place where you can start to discover, unearth, what is my root issue? What is my root issue that's causing me to be a people pleaser, right? Is it my upbringing? Did I have overly critical parents? Did I had a mom that told me I couldn't eat carbs? Did I have a mom who told me I was fat and I always had to lose weight? Did I have a dad who pressured me into being a academic academic achiever? Did I have a dad that was so strict on me that there was no room for failure? There was no room for me to just have fun, to be me? Was it because I grew up in an environment where I had a lack of attention? I felt neglected. And so I had to overperform and outperform in order to get attention, or in order to receive some type of worthy attention that made me seem like I was important, or made me seem like I was loved. So is it attention-seeking behavior? Is it a need for approval because I didn't get it when I was younger? Is it coming from anger? Is it anger towards my mother, anger towards my father, or my caregiver, or someone in my past to be this way because I want to prove something? I want to prove to people, I want to prove to them that I am somebody, that I am successful, that I am important, that I will gain success, whatever it may be. Where is it coming from? Reflect, examine yourself, examine your heart. Where is this coming from? And then once you know where the place that this is coming from, whether it's from a place of proving yourself, or a place of just being criticized when you were younger, and now you have perfectionism, or now you feel like you can't say no, or whatever the case may be, because your value, your worth comes from being a people pleaser. Wherever it is coming from, I want you to start to work on that. Start to reveal to yourself that it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. You are not important. You are not valuable based off your deeds, based off what you do, based off what you accomplished. You are valuable. You are important. You are worthy. You are deserving because of just who you are, because you were created, because you are here, because God designed you that way. God made no mistake when He made you. You are perfect just the way you are, flaws and all. Is there things that we can change and work on ourselves? Yes. Yes. But it does not take away from the fact that you are wonderfully made, that you are valuable, that you are enough, because God says you are enough. And that just because you are not a people pleaser, just because you say no, just because you make people unhappy, does not mean that that's an attack at who you are as a person or your value in this world. No. And people that make you feel bad because you say no, or make you feel bad because you don't do something, or because you're no longer a people pleaser, guess what? That is a reflection of them. That's them. Their own pain, their own trauma. That's not you. It's It's okay to say no. It's okay to not be everything and anything for everyone around you. It's okay to let God be that for everybody. You're not God. Allow God to be anything and everything for everyone, not you. He is. He's anything and everything for me. He's anything and everything for you. If I need something, He will supply it just the same way He will supply it for you. And He will supply it for that other person. We are not gods to these people. God is their God, and He will provide because He's a faithful God. And He will help them because He is a loyal and true God. Okay? So people pleasing comes from a place of trauma that's buried deep within yourself that you have to unearth and uncover, and you have to expose it for the lie that it is. It's a lie. It's a lie. And you have to find the evidence to prove the truth, which is that what God says, right? The truth is that just because you said no, just because you failed a test, just because you didn't appease this person does not mean anything. Just because you never made your mom happy, never made your dad happy, does not mean that you are not worthy, that you are lovable. Just because your parents failed to love you, your caregiver failed to love you, does not mean you are unlovable. It doesn't mean you have to spend the rest of your life trying to please people in order to feel that way, in order to feel loved, accepted. Okay? So I encourage you to do some examination of that heart. Ask God to examine you. Ask God to expose and reveal in you things that are hidden, things that are keeping you in a people pleaser mindset. And begin to start to work on it and begin to start to heal. Find a therapist, find a counselor, find a coach like me, and start to work on that people-pleasing mentality, that people-pleasing habit that is taking havoc on your life. And I leave this with you. Understand your value is in God. Your value is in who He created you to be. Your value is not wrapped around this world, not wrapped around your deeds, not wrapped around your actions. I am not better than the thief. I am not better than the murderer. I am not better than anyone. Right? Because we all sin. We're not better. Just because you messed up, just because you sinned a lot, just because you did a lot of things, God still sees your worth. He still sees your value. And He wants you to see it as well. Let go of that unattainable goal of people pleasing, trying to please this world, and start focusing on what really matters. And that's pleasing God, getting your identity from God, your value, your purpose. It's meaningful. It's true. And don't let the enemy take that away from you. Don't let things around you, your upbringing, people that are out to take from you, don't let them steal that from you. And don't you allow yourself to steal that from you. Get rid of the lie and believe the truth. I hope this video was beneficial to you. If you haven't already, please like this video. Like this video so that it can get somewhere on this YouTube algorithm, because I definitely don't grow anywhere, but so that it can help people who who really need it, who it can be beneficial to. Okay. Share it with somebody that you know it would help as well. If you're on the podcast listening, please follow the podcast, share the podcast as well. I'm really grateful for all of you that have stayed this far in this video. I love you. God loves you. And I just wish you the best on your journey for healing, on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly become, walking in the purpose that God created you for. Take care. Bye.